Here's what's cooking this weekend in my food prep. I'm going to do an Asian-inspired edamame peanut crunch salad. These are the containers that make about a good portion lunch for me. I'm going to do a half of a head of a small red cabbage or purple cabbage, whatever, and just chop it up nice and fine. You can probably use a mandolin if you want, but I have a better success just doing it by hand. I like to use this, and then that way you can get 2 weeks worth of meals out of it because it really saves well. So I'll just wrap the other head up in a piece of plastic wrap and then put it into a reusable food storage bag. Next up is the edamame. It's just a leftover bag of shelled edamame that I just defrosted, and then I'm going to wash up my kale, pop the edamame into each container as well, and then just de-stem the kale and run my knife through it with a quick chop. We also actually compost, so I can link that product as well. That's why I'm saving all my scraps. And then I'm just going to give this a rough chop and get it into the containers. You could really use whatever ingredients you want here. If you want a different kind of lettuce, if you want like a slaw, whatever your taste desires. This is a great time saver and adds a nice little sweet crunch. The shredded carrots you can buy at the store. Typically this recipe I use quinoa in, but today I wanted to try these rice noodles, which would be delicious if you're eating it right away, but I discovered that over time they kind of seize up. So I would substitute the rice noodles back for my regular quinoa. I had a half a roast chicken left over, so I went ahead and chopped that up and got it in. I like to keep that in a separate container. And then my favorite is the peanuts that you put on top, add a sweet little salty crunch as well. So I just give those a little rough chop and put them in another container. We're going to get all cleaned up here and then get into the dressing. Wipe, wipe, wipe. And my lovely assistant said to me, "Mom, I help you." So he wanted to help me load up all of the salads into my bag. Precious little guy. All right, here we go with the dressing. I just use a mason jar with one of my fabulous lids, and I grate in 1 little nub of ginger and then 2 garlic cloves. My wonderful husband helped me out there. Then here we go in with the other ingredients. We've got 3 tablespoons of peanut butter. Just kind of dab it in there with my finger. Then we've got 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. Again, not real precise on my measurements. 2 tablespoons of honey, or you can use maple syrup if you want. I went with honey. And then next up is 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. And if you keep that in the fridge, it actually will last a long, long time for you. Next, we've got the low sodium soy sauce, or you can use tamari. I don't have tamari on hand. It's not something I keep in the pantry, so soy sauce it is. And then a little bit of sriracha, 2 teaspoons, and then you kind of thin it out a little bit with 2 to 4 tablespoons of water. Get the lid on, make sure it has the seal, give it a good shake, taste test. Again, I kind of just base it on how it tastes and flavor it up from there. I usually like mine a little bit more vinegary. And so there we have it. This is so good. Here I am at work enjoying it. It gets 2 thumbs up, minus the rice noodles. Again, substitute those out for the quinoa. Please like and share this video. Happy lunching.